if you're the parent of a child who is addicted to drugs and or alcohol, you have a lot of tough issues to deal with. And one common problem that I see among parents who have a child who is addicted to drugs or alcohol is that they tend to engage in enabling and rescuing behaviors. Now, that's a natural parenting instinct that causes them to do that because your child is not behaving like their age. They're behaving like they're much younger, and they're doing things that are, they're making choices that could be potentially fatal. So you may be worried all the time that they're going to die of a drug overdose or die in a drug impaired wreck or something of that nature. And so you can't stop worrying, and you try to talk to them, to talk some sense into them, or you try to give them advice. And that usually backfires because the drugs are more powerful. The drugs have a more powerful voice than you do. And they're not going to listen to reason at that point. And when you try to do that, you tend to make the situation worse. Unfortunately, because it tends to trigger them or add stress, and then that makes them want to go back and relieve that stress by trying drugs or using their drugs or alcohol, whatever their substance is. And so one of the things that parents have to learn to do is to begin letting go of control, a little bit more and more control. There's sort of a delicate balance that you have to achieve here, depending on where you are in your journey with this. If it's early on in the journey, that's where you may need some coaching or need a little bit of help trying to figure out, how much control to let go of it and at what points, and how you can manage conversations and things like that. But I want you to just think more and more about beginning to let go of control, because in truth, you really don't have any control over the situation much at all. And when you take the control away from them, or you attempt to take the control away from them, that can have also the effect of destroying their confidence, because they begin to think, well, mom and dad don't think I can do life on my own, and yet here I am, I'm an adult or a young adult or an older teenager, and they're taking control away from me. So I want you to begin to think about how you can start backing off and allowing them to make more of their own decisions, even though it can be scary.